So I'm at this project in Fountain Valley, California. We're looking at this fountain that's attached to the swimming pool, and I'm evaluating the condition of the grout that is inside the fountain. You can see here below this rock, there's actually a void and a pocket in there. I don't know if it was completely sealed at one point or not, but anytime you have a void like this or a pocket, chances are you're taking on water. You know what rate that is, or you know how fast that's. You look at this is completely deteriorated. So again, it probably wasn't completely sealed, and this fountain has probably, you know, had a little bit of water loss from day one. It's been here for over 35 years. I actually had over in this area some grout separation that I've taken some still photos of, and I've used an epoxy here. This crack actually wide off, and so that's why the material, when it's pliable and wet, or it's not exactly wet, when using moisture and making it more pliable, you can kind of get it into the area and work it into the crack. And that's what I've done here. There was actually separation right here on this rock and over here. It can be painted, you know, for better aesthetic. You could actually take maybe some gravel and put it on there if you really wanted it to match the overall look. For right now, I'm concentrating on the seal there, and just any area where there's a pocket or a void. You see these seams in here that you know, really to get it sound, especially over time as a maintenance item, probably want to address and seal. This is the light we had changed out, and this particular job has brass conduits, and brass conduits fail over time. They rust and corrode. We have one of the 3 conduits that's actually severed and is currently tripping the breaker when powered up. So, you know, that's what we know and that's what we see. And keep in mind that this light cord is coming in here. Well, where there's an opening here that I've sealed off, conduit runs from here this direction and comes up to this J-box. And you have, I don't know if you have evidence of any real rust. There's some rust, but again, what we can't see is below ground. We don't know the condition of that conduit, and that sits below water. All pool lights and spa lights, and in this case this fountain light, they're sitting below water, and if those conduits have separated and they've got holes in them, they failed, it's what we call a static leak. It's not something that when under pressure is leaking, but rather when the water is sitting statically or stagnant, it's going down the conduit and gradually leaks out. So what I've done here is used 2-part epoxy, and I've actually applied the material and sent it down inside the conduit, and then I've built it and really sealed it around the light cord. And that if there's an issue with this, it'll really, maybe not 100%, but you know, 98% or so will take care of that problem with this material. This material does set up underwater. I've also taken that material and sealed around this old light niche. There's a seam here with some separation, and I've gone ahead and sealed that off. This is designed to have water in it. By no means, when you put the light in here, is this meant to be dry. It's the same type of niche that is in a pool or a spa. So that's what we're doing here today. We're sealing off a couple areas in the fountain, and you know, it's taking on a little bit of water. And these are simply hypotheticals, and we're eliminating, you know, going through the process to eliminate part of the equation. What we know is that these brass conduits fail. We have evidence of rusted conduits here, and chances are that most of the water loss is occurring through that, where the light cord's coming out, down where the conduit is underground, and we just can't see it, so we're sealing it off and hope that that takes care of the problem.